All right. So as you know, the trade deadline is, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow. So for the past few years, there's been, like, when it comes to the week of the trade deadline, there's just been crazy trades left and right, okay? And, back then, when I watched the NBA, when Kobe was still around, you're talking about the guys in the 2000s, that decade, seeing me grow up watching the NBA, to idolize, Kobe as my Michael Jordan, and seeing other guys like Carmelo rising, Dwayne Wade as well, LeBron already coming in, and also Garnett, who else? Iverson, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Dirk Nowitzki. I can name a whole bunch more, but yeah, I do not remember back then seeing this many quote unquote crazy trades like that that had to be talked about. Like, I'm talking about, like, every day within a span of, like, maybe, like, 3 or 4 days, or practically the whole week of just bombshell trades. These crazy, insane trades that didn't happen back then, compared to now, with the way that this NBA is functioning, with already how god-awful the product has been in terms of players, more so NBA All-Stars, superstars, load managing, and just and this whole the gambling scandal, and just players just now just betting on sports books, and it's just an insane world that we're living in. When you're talking about those betting sports books, and it's not just the NBA, even the NFL as well. So, it's just we're just living in a totally bizarre, weird world of sports, where people, even like fans, and even players and coaches and refs can even do this. It's insane to me. But yeah, with all these trades just going down, like, I'm telling you, the last few years it's just been crazy as hell. Okay, it wasn't to this magnitude back in the day, when I grew up watching the NBA. Most of the guys that were willing to stay with one team for damn near the entirety of their career, and you don't see that in today's NBA. Already, with teams playing positionless basketball, now you're just hearing, like, superstars just being traded from one team to another. It's like that every single year, dude. Like, a lot of these guys don't stay in one team, and some of the guys that will likely stay for the rest of their career in one team is Steph. Steph rose in the 2010s. He's a Warrior, won 4 titles. So he'll likely stay in one team, just like Kobe did, just like Dirk did, just like Timmy did. You know what I'm saying? So Steph will be in one team for the entirety of his career, and that's great for him. Hopefully, Giannis will do that, even though he's already in the trade rumors of him demanding a trade. Hopefully, Jokic, Embiid will do the same thing. Hopefully, Edwards. But I don't know. Just seeing from how their body language is at times, their attitudes, especially Embiid and Edwards, I don't know. I may not see it happen, but they're gonna have to prove me wrong otherwise. But let me just get into this on the Lakers part. I know there's been some crazy trades that went down. Russ said in the group chat, Chris Paul is already traded to Toronto, and then obviously the one that's going viral is the James Harden trade to Cleveland. Dude, that's the 6th team now, dude. Like since his days with the Rockets and Thunder, he's become a journeyman. Now I get it. Houston would be his main team because he wanted to be the man. So having started as a 6-man, in OKC, he was technically part of the big three, but at that time the man was KD. Even but you did have a big three in KD, Westbrook, and Harden, and they had a very, very good team that was likely to win a title in 2012 if they didn't choke against LeBron and Wade and Bosh, that Miami Heat team that just came off of literally a huge meltdown against Dallas in the 2011, right? The 2011 finals. But James Harden that traded Cleveland for Darius Garland to the Clippers. I don't want to say this is like crazy, insane, shocking trades. I mean, that dude has been a journeyman since he left Houston. So he went to Philadelphia. Wait, no, he started with Brooklyn. Okay, that was shocking at first, and then he went to Philly. And then he went to the Clippers. At this point, I just don't see that trade being like it doesn't make me like so crazy to want to like really, really, really talk about it so much. It wasn't like when LeBron, left Cleveland for his first stint in Cleveland and to go to Miami. That was shocking at the time because of his magnitude being the superstar that he already is, when he started in Cleveland. And, that I can understand. But, I'm willing to bet if Giannis does get traded to another team, that would shock me more. Because Giannis was the guy that, based on his interviews and based on, his previous comments about like wanting to stay in one team and all that, I thought Giannis would be a Buck for life, but this would shock me a whole lot more if he does end up staying, if he does end up being traded to another team. Well, with James Harden, man, that it's not like some people may be shocked by it. I'm not really all that shocked. Regardless, this is like what, his 16 now? And I think this may be his like 4th since he or 3rd. Who knows how many now since he left Houston. So look, I wish him all the best over there in Cleveland. I still don't think he's going to win a title, period. So let me get to the Lakers one. I know I went on about these trades and the fact about trades just being crazy now in today's NBA than it was back then. But let me just quickly touch on the Lakers side of it. You know what? I don't see any trades happening for the Lakers, and I really don't think they should make any trades at all. You know why? Because this team was a formidable team before LeBron came back. All right? Now look, their defense was still mediocre, even with LeBron out. So even when he does come back, their defense, it still does not change their defense on how mediocre has been. You know what I'm saying? However, the impact that he has with the team has, it's not really been, it's been more negative than it has been positive, because you're having an offense that's just going to run through him most of the time, and he's going to set up players to certain spots that, that to their disliking at times. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times he'll need the ball when he needs to, especially in crunch time or in garbage time, So I like the Lakers offense a lot better when he wasn't around, because The offense is a lot more free flowing. I mean, you got guys like Austin Reeves and Luka. Those the 1-2 punch right there. They're just leading the team in scoring, doing so much production. Even got Rui just doing his thing. He was doing great. DeAndre Ayton was he was a little bit better than before LeBron came back. He still is not a great big man, but he's had more more serviceable games than he did when LeBron is back. But I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of equal to me for Ayton. But when you got guys like Dalton Connect and everyone else contributing, I mean, this team was so damn good. They were in the number 2 seed before LeBron came back in mid-November. And I know they were 10-4 with LeBron the last season. I was surprised some of the guys didn't touch on this because the Lakers had ran through a similar record last season on JJ's first coaching stint. And at that time, the Lakers were facing mostly mediocre teams. This time, their 10-4 is a lot better because they were facing, more, I would say a couple more, competitive teams, like quality teams. So, and, I just thought that, like, the Lakers should not really be making any trades, but LeBron's back and, it's only going to take, like, a significant injury, which I do not wish any harm on anyone, not even guys like LeBron that I can't stand, for teams like the Lakers to be where they were in the beginning of the season. So the way I look at it is I don't think the Lakers should make any trades at this point. They already do have Marcus Smart and Vanderbilt, playing on defense. Those are the guys that need to lead when it comes to defense. But, I mean, at the end of the day, they just got to improve their defense, okay? I like the team as it is. Don't trade Dalton Connect. Don't trade him. I think he's been a valuable asset, the past season. And I know he's been struggling as of late, but, I mean, the fact that, I didn't know if he had any idea about being traded last year. And thank God that the trade got rescinded. But since then, he has not been the same. So, I mean, he was a rising star at one point, but, you gotta, I mean, the Lakers got to be thankful to have a guy like Dalton Connect that's really supposed to be one of the future guys, and especially playing alongside Reeves, But to me, I just don't want to see any trades out here. They already have what they have. They already did enough, trades and sign-ins in the offseason to make changes for the roster as they do every season. So I think they should just stay put and just continue out the rest of the season the way it's been. They are now 29 and I think 29-19. Play it out. They'll be a playoff team, maybe a play-in team, at the very least. But, for the most part, I just think that they should just not do any trading. And if this is going to be LeBron's last season in LA, so be it. Keep the team as it is, and let's see how this whole team plays out without him being there any longer. I'm pretty sure there would still be a number 2, number 3 seed, like a top 3 seed. Who knows what they'll be like in the, going into the future when you have Austin Reeves and Luka. Don't make any trades. I think they should just keep the team the way as it is. And, I like this team to continue to gel. And so be it. They don't need to make any trades. Hell, they're already a great team before LeBron came back. So he's the one that's just negatively impacting the team and turning them into a 500 team. So, I just thought I'd get that out there. So, yeah, at the end of the day, Lakers should not make any trades by the trade deadline. Let this team play out the way they should. And we'll just have to see how it goes. All right? This may likely be LeBron's last season with LA. So tell me what you guys think. Thank you for watching, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe.